We gonna talk some Marvel. I guess Marvel got to be a whole segment because Marvel got a lot of shit going on, bruh. And forgive me, this is my first. Like, I know I've kind of like jotted notes and shit before, but this time I'm trying to go for it, dog. I'm trying. And my fucking face hurt. Y'all, I know y'all see this shit right here. This shit swollen. Like this shit. This side is goddamn clean, but right here it's like swole. I gotta goddamn set up a dentist appointment, and this is why I need a woman. Women are so good at like, no, you gotta do this, that, third. I'm over here. What I do? Me and Google Gemini, my girl, right now. You help me find out everything. All right, hold on. We gotta watch this Doomsday trailer together. Hold up, man, because I didn't talk about Doomsday at all. Let's see this. Mind you, I don't. Hold on. God damn. Wait. There we go. All right. So, you know, it's funny. I know I wonder, because like for me, my algorithm, there's a crazy ass hype for Doomsday, right? But I hope it's the same thing worldwide, because I really don't know, right? Because the Infinity Saga was always building toward Thanos, and you know how like every movie, or almost every movie, shared like one of the stones, and like they'll have like a small little preview of Thanos, or if not Thanos, you know, something in reference to the Infinity Saga because of the Infinity Stones. While the Multiverse Saga suffered from a lot of bullshit, I do think the shit with Jonathan Majors was fucked up. I don't think they should have let Jonathan Majors go. I think that's fucked up because actually, if you and to be honest, you know, you just gotta be fair across the board. The person that plays Namor, he had a similar situation that Jonathan Majors had, and they kind of swept that under the rug. And I'm fucked up how, like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it was thinking like, oh, we gotta keep Namor, but fuck it, we could just let. Nah, that's fucked up. I don't. And Jonathan Majors was so good, and finding out that, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, clearly based on everything that took place, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, whatever. They got their negative press for what they assumed thought was going on, but that, you know, that white girl fucked all that shit up. That's fucked up. But I kind of feel like it's fucked up because the guy who played Namor had a similar circumstance, and they kind of just brushed it under the rug. So I don't think that's fair, because I think Jonathan Majors was an amazing Kang. Right now, if they surprise us and Kang is in the movie and Jonathan Majors in the movie, that'd be fire. But I also think that's not fair, especially considering everything that's going on with like a lot of these shows that are being canceled. Especially a lot of these shows are black leads, like, you know, we're not getting a season 2 of Ironheart. We're not getting a season 2 of Wonder Man. We not who else? You know what I'm saying? Blade, not fucking you know, Blade has been postponed or whatever. I'm sure they're gonna take Mahershala Ali's Blade. Either they put him in Secret Wars or they put him in like a Midnight Suns movie. I literally just played this whole goddamn trailer and didn't say nothing about it. Hold on, let me yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Right, what do, Matt? We do this. That's cool. So I feel like they dropped the ball. Even if the plans was to change, because, you know, all right, what? Initially Marvel, when after the Infinity Saga, whoever took over Disney was like, oh, we gotta pump out the Disney Plus shows, and they just watered down the fucking brand. Now, granted, there was some really good movies in the Multiverse Saga. I ain't gonna hold you. Obviously, No Way Home was hit. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I don't know if it was super critically acclaimed, but I really loved that movie. That was a good movie too. Even the first 4 shows, which was, I think the first 4 shows outside of She-Hulk, I think She-Hulk, that shit had too much padding. Like, that shit, why, I don't see why that show had so many episodes in comparison to the other ones. But WandaVision, amazing. Captain America and the Winter Soldier, amazing. And Hawkeye, amazing. I love those 3 shows, was phenomenal. But I don't know, like, now I don't know what they're gonna actually do with the TV show characters, right? Because even another thing that I think was some bullshit too, and I love Spider-Man Brand New. I love Spider-Man Brand New Day. But why didn't they include Rosario Dawson's character at the end? Like, they cut out her scene, even if it, because again, Spider-Man, they do Easter egg shit all the time. Because I heard one of the reasons was, oh, it's gonna confuse people, continuity or something like that. How? Like, the beginning montage of Spider-Man Brand New Day, you had random fucking characters that just came out of nowhere. Like the, you had fucking Tombstone and fucking Boomerang. Like, they literally had just a scene, and then fucking, and that was it, right? Like, how Rosario Dawson's character being like a doctor or somebody to help Spider-Man, and man, I'm sure that scene was no more than 5 minutes long, right? And they could have had, and so the people that know would have been like, oh, that's dope, and you know what I mean, and they could have it would have been for those fans, and the people that might not necessarily know who a character is, she just would have been a doctor. So I don't think that was right either. I don't think that was right. I'm not a, I'm not, what I'm saying, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying, I think that would have been a nice touch to keep that in there, because I'm sure it wasn't even a long scene, and because right now, outside of, I think Daredevil season 3 is the last. I think that was greenlit because they're pretty much already finished it. And I think something else and the Vision Quest, they're having a show because those were already done before they made the decision that they're canceling all the TV shows. I guess they're gonna focus on movies. But what happens to all these great characters and arcs that were never necessarily finished? Are y'all gonna put them in the movies? Right? They gave goddamn Ironheart a curse mark. You like, what the fuck happened with Ironheart? You know what I'm saying? At the end, that was a really good show too. But how are you gonna conclude these characters unless you're gonna have some amalgamation movie? Like, I think Ironheart, based on the circumstance, she'll fit in the Midnight Suns movie. I do think if they're not gonna do nothing else with the Marvel Netflix characters, they gotta make like a street level Avengers type movie with like Luke Cage and Punisher and Daredevil, and put Spider-Man in that bitch because he's a, what I'm saying, he fits into that street level world, and have them all fight against Kingpin. That'd be great. Now I ain't talking nothing about Doomsday. I am excited for Doomsday. Me personally, I'm excited. I am 36 years old. I was born in 1990. I got to bear witness to in real time the X-Men movie coming out for the first time. I got to bear witness to the Spider-Man movie coming out for the first time. Matter of fact, my mama let me stay home from school. We went to the first showing of all these movies. Maybe not the X-Men, but for sure Spider-Man. Sorry, mama, I didn't put you on blast. She's like, oh, you stay home today. We're going to go watch Spider-Man 12 o'clock. And I think it's actually fired to the fact that they was able to bring back this cast of characters that played these roles for over 20 years and are able to continue their roles. I think dude that plays Cyclops looks perfect as Cyclops, and they did justice with like his uniform and stuff. I don't know if they'll do this in Secret Wars, but like I think what's the dude name? The guys from the First Class, like who play Magneto and Charles Xavier, they was really good casting for those characters. But I don't know if they would actually use them. But the fact that you got Patrick Stewart and what's Magneto name? Magneto. You got them retrieving their roles, and they they're so old now, so it's ill that they was able to they're gonna be in this Avengers level movie. And apparently the whatchamacallit, apparently the big like the movie opens up with the X-Men, because apparently what's going on is like all these universes are crashing into each other, right? The whole multiverse is unstable. The X-Men universe like, nah, we not letting our planet blow up, so we gonna blow up the other planet before it blows up our planet. So supposedly the movie opens up with the X-Men going to Sam Raimi's or Tobey Maguire's universe and trying to blow that shit up. And Spider-Man, it's supposed to be this big ass fight scene with like Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus and like the characters from the the Spider-Man universe fighting against the X-Men. Clearly the X-Men gonna win. I don't know what Spider-Man gonna do to Magneto. Like, you know what I mean? You Spider-Man, yeah, I love you, one of my favorite characters of all time, but you not do nothing to Magneto. So apparently the movie opens up like that. But right now, so I wonder what the plot is, right? Because they're saying that Doom is supposed to trick everybody and say that, oh, I got a way that we could prevent our universes from being put together, but then at the end he tricks them, and then, you know, he got to fight everybody, and apparently he wins. But what I think, me personally, I think the intro scene is actually true. I think that's going to happen too. Dr. Doom is going to be manipulating everyone from the back end, convincing people that that they could save the multiverse. He's going to trick them, and I think at the end there's going to be this big ass battle in Latveria, and it's going to be like all the Avengers and X-Men and everybody versus like Doom and this army that he's created. But what I wonder is, are they going to show Battle World, or are they going to have a piece in Battle World before the movie's over? Because like they make it seem like the movie's going to end with Doom sitting on his throne and being in Battle World. But I wonder if they'll give us like, if they combine all the planets together and they give us like the last third act on Battle World. I don't know. I'm wishing for too much, because I also thought that I promise, I know I was wrong, completely wrong, but in Brand New Day I was so convinced, like, nah, it's not. Sadie Sink might be Jean Grey, but maybe it's a symbiote, because the way that like people were like moving and like she was jumping from one body to another, that kind of looked like a symbiote jumping from host to host. But that was me wishful thinking, because apparently the in Spider-Man Brand New Day, the original story had to do with Null and Venom, but they scrapped the idea. I guess, I'm sure it's because of the performance of Venom, but I hope they put that in the pocket, and in the Secret Wars they use that as a subplot, because you know you're gonna have Spider-Man's gonna have the black symbiote, you know you're gonna have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in that bitch, and that'll be a perfect way to lay to rest the Sony characters that were all trash, because all the movies was whack. Outside of Venom, I think the Venom was straight. The first Venom was good. I did like all the Venoms, but it wasn't, you know, it just felt like it was missing. How you make a Venom movie without Spider-Man? It don't make no sense. That's like making a Dragon Ball Z movie without Goku. This movie's about Vegeta, huh? Yeah, everyone loves Vegeta, but you can't make no like a live action Dragon Ball Z movie about Vegeta without Goku is crazy. So that's exactly how it was. Oh my bad. So I wonder what Secret Wars is gonna look like and what the plot conveys. And you know they're gonna bring back, you know, Tony Stark, Iron Man, so that'd be something else that's dope. But Doomsday does look good. They just need to step up the hype train. And apparently the trailer that they showed at Comic-Con is not the same one because they dropped this right before Comic-Con, and then they dropped a trailer at Comic-Con that was really Doom centric. So you could go on YouTube and see like the recorded version of it or whatever. And I think this is an ill way what they're doing to promote, because I feel like Marvel is leaking shit on purpose, and like, wow, you know what? This is random, but this goes back into. Remember, I was telling y'all that I'm reading that techno feudalism book, whatever. What's the name? Techno feudalism, right? In the book, it was saying that with how technology is now, and like how you call it, how things are now in society with technology and shit like that a lot of these things we promote for free, right? Think about how many, even right now, I'm talking about Doomsday. This is literally free promotion. Even though I probably got like 5 fans. Shout out to my 5 fans. I love y'all. But even, you know, this is all, think about the hundreds of people that have YouTube videos that are doing this is all free promotion. This is all a part of. So I feel like Marvel peep game, like, all right, cool, let's leak stuff out. People are going to talk about the leaks, build up hype, and we're putting no marketing dollars into it. And then when we build the hype up enough, so when we put marketing dollars behind it, then the shit's going to be flooded, because then it gives everyone, now you spent money. Like, think about the Chair Watch video. That was no money into that. I'm sure there's some, but I'm like, you got a fucking video where a camera's panning the names of characters' chairs, and it was like an all day thing too. That what marketing was behind that? Or when they started leaking, and like a lot of these scenes and stuff started leaking. My bad. A lot of these things started leaking, right? And whatchamacallit? A lot of these things started leaking, and there was no fucking like you. Oh, what's this? Is this real? Is this not? Like they're showing us real scenes, and people are taking these scenes and then putting in AI, and then upscaling it so you think, oh, this is fake, but this actually might be real. There's some leaks that came out not too long ago, right? Where you seen like Shang-Chi fighting Doom, or Steve Rogers running with fucking Thor, and they was fighting Doctor Doom, and it looked fake. But now in retrospect, like, well, hold up, this actually might have been real. These might be scenes that they don't even use. They just had in the tuck, or they filmed it like, all right, let's put it through an AI machine and let's just throw it out there and let's build up hype because people are gonna talk about it. Like a lot of those, even we see a lot of those photo shoots where you had like the X-Men in their costume, but the costumes are a little different. That's the AI changing the photo so that they don't copyright strike or whatever. But the leaks were real. So I am interested to see like how a lot of this stuff plays out, and like damn, they actually show, like there's a scene they also show too, because they said that the Wolverine and Tobey Maguire's characters die in the beginning of the movie, right? That's like the leak or the rumor or whatever. I believe in Doomsday there is a subplot with Wolverine, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and Deadpool, like going through the TVA, and they're becoming like the TVA Avengers or whatever the case may be, right? That's what I think. I think that was a real scene, but like when you see it, because these scenes again were put in through the AI generator, right? But when you see it, I'm like, oh, that kind of look real. But you see a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but the symbol is different on the back, or there's like little differentiations, which is what an AI thing would do. They're not going to show it exactly how it looks like. They're going to show it. They're going to change it up to what the AI could do or whatever. So I am really interested to see like how much of what we've been fed through like the leaks is true, because a lot of Brand New Day was true, a lot of it, but even a lot of it was true, but it didn't do justice to how good the actual movie was. Like the things that caught you by surprise or mattered were all character and story driven. Like, oh, we all knew Sadie Sink was Jean Grey for the longest, but the way it happens in the show, the way that it happens in the movie was like, oh shit, it makes perfect sense. And like we didn't know the nuances of why they used Jean Grey, or like we knew that Hulk was in the movie, but we didn't see how the Hulk was going to be used in the actual movie itself. So I do think that they did such a great job. I do think they did such a great job. Putting like throwing the information out there, but still hiding enough to where like you see the surprises, and it doesn't do justice to how the thing is filmed and how everything is shown. My only concern with Doomsday is that they already finished wrapping production and they're still writing shit for it. So it's like, how y'all not done? This movie was supposed to come out before Spider-Man, and then they pushed it after the fact so they can have as much time as they want to, do what they have to do, because they gotta go for it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that they're gonna have all this time before Doomsday comes out, and they're like, oh, this got to do better than Spider-Man. So y'all better put Tom Holland in that movie. Yo, fuck. Because even, I ain't gonna lie, there's only one thing that I was like, oh, I could have been, you know what I'm saying? I seen it differently happening. Was at the end of Brand New Day, like the post-credit scene. I feel like it was, I don't know. I kind of feel like it didn't say nothing. It was just like, oh, you see the Spidey tracker, it glitches, and then it shows Spider-Man in space. Like, okay, like we couldn't have got something hyped for Doomsday to go. It's like, even though I think am I tripping? Is D23 this weekend? All right, like, is D23 coming up this weekend? I guess we're gonna have a lot to talk about next week on the podcast, if that's what the case may be. But yeah. I do hope Doomsday is fire. I really hope Doomsday is fire. Damn, I want to talk about X-Men 97, but I'm not sure. I think I might wait till the next pod to talk about it. Cause our last episode was crazy, but I gotta rewatch it again. Cause X-Men 97 has actually been really good. And then they showed, that ending with Apocalypse, and it looked like he was dead, but he was inside of Gambit's body, and then Gambit is alive, and they're like, oh, we gotta Gambit's back alive, but Apocalypse is in him. So I'm wondering like what the fuck is gonna happen. And I don't know if next week's episode is the last episode or the part 1 of the. I thought it was 10 episodes, so we'll see. So I think I'll talk about X-Men 97 next week. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like really in pain right now. This shit really hurts, and I'm really trying my best to, you know what I'm saying. Thank God I'm a talker, because this is how I'm getting it through. But I am in pain right now. The pain. Where's the fucking thing? Yeah, no, that's some stuff I want to talk about, because I still want to talk about X-Men 97. I want to talk about the Black Panther casting. And this is a side note. I'll talk about this more in detail why, but I think Miles Canton should play Miles Morales in Spider-Man. I'm just saying that would be perfect casting. And in the new Black Panther, I would love for the girl from Sinners to play Storm. I think she'd be perfect for Aurora. Perfect. Like damn, what's the actress name? Hold on, let's go ahead. Man, hold on. Yeah, I gotta do better with the notes. All right, David Johnson is playing the new Black Panther. I haven't seen anything that he was in, because let me see. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with, because I know he was on The Long Walk. I think he was on one of the Alien shows or something like that. So I'm not familiar. I'm just started watching shows and movies and shit back again for real. So I'll probably tap in. But from what I heard from a lot of people, that's like that he's great. And then even hearing the story of like Ryan Coogler hit Kevin Feige up and was like, hey, I think I found him. Like, I found him. This is the one. And Kevin Feige was just like, I bet. Like, let's go for it. So I definitely trust Ryan Coogler on some movie stuff. Man, like I said, to me personally, I think Sinners is the greatest movie I've ever seen. But that's my opinion. I don't know if it's my favorite movie. I think my favorite movie might be like House Party 3 or some shit like that, because that's like something I used to watch all the time as a child. But like, as far as like impact, like, I've seen Sinners like I think 3 times in a movie theater, and I cry in the same 2 parts, where it's like, oh my god, this hit me. And I just think this is one of the greatest films I've ever seen ever. It is the greatest film I've seen in theater and had amazing theater experience. So I trust Ryan Coogler with the decision, with what he's doing. So I know that I don't know what Black Panther 3 is actually going to be about story wise, but they said supposedly it's going to deal with like space or something to that effect. But I hope they introduce Storm, because in the comics, Storm and T'Challa have a relationship. So I think it's dope that David Johnson is playing Chadwick Boseman's son, rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, and being like T'Challa Jr. Because that way it doesn't mess with the relationship that T'Challa's character had with. Hold on. You're late. Okay? You're fired.
I'm late. First of all, you never gave me a time.
What do you mean? We didn't. Hey, Serenity. But I'm on the live right now, so again, be mindful of what you say. But I kind of wrapped up Power season 2, so we'll talk. I'm trying to watch season 3. I'm gonna watch season 3 this week, or hopefully, if not, then we'll chop it up about it. But my bad. I was talking about the Black Panther casting right now. Are you okay?
Okay, Jose, hold on. Let me call you back.
All right, go ahead, Mama. You know, hey, when people do that, they call you. All right, let me call you back. You talked to me for 3 minutes. Not even. That was 40. How long was that? 45 seconds. Um, but oh my God. All right. So hold on. I do think. Hold on, Sinners. And you know what? Hold on. Sinners. Because I do think both things can be true. So who I would love. Her name is Jamie Lawson. I think she would be a perfect Storm. She got the look. She looked like Storm. She's beautiful. I think she's a like a newer actress. So give her. Well, I mean, I might be wrong. I'm not. See, I can't be talking. But I'm familiar with her through Sinners. She's been in a lot of movies. I'm tripping. She's in the Batman part. She's in the Batman Part 2. Who she plays in the Batman Part 2? Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that. Bella Real. Who's Bella Real? Oh. See how DC snuck into Oh yeah. She was a politician. Damn, that's crazy. She was in the Batman. And of course Batman Part 2. That's fire. She gotta play Storm though. She gotta play motherfucking Storm. But also Ryan Reynolds. What? Hold on. My bad, because I'm not. Wait, hold on. What's this actress's name, man? I'll tell you right now. Cause, hold on. Cause he wasn't talking about Halle Berry. Cause all right, so purportedly Ryan Reynolds is doing a Deadpool 4, right? And he wanted I forgot the actress's name, but he wanted her to play Storm, and I be hating like some of these people, especially in the nerd community. They was hating like, no, she doesn't look like Storm. Or hold on, man, I'll tell you right now. Oh, what's this actress's name, bruh? Now I gotta look through goddamn. Google home, cause it's not showing me, but hold on. I'll tell you right now. Google don't want to show me, but what's this actress's name? I mean, Halle Berry would be great to come back as Storm, but damn, I forgot the actress's name, bruh. I'm sorry. I'll probably remember next time. But Ryan Reynolds is making Deadpool 4, right? Or it's in process of writing Deadpool 4, and they was saying how he wanted a specific actress to play Storm, right? And like nerd community honed like, no, she shouldn't play Storm or whatever. She's not. She doesn't look like, right? But two things can be true, because what I think they're gonna do is after Doomsday and all this shit is over, I think they're end up gonna go back to separate universes. So we're gonna have the MCU X-Men with the MCU cast and this and the third, and then the Fox universe could live in its own little thing. And a character like Deadpool, he could jump in and out of, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of character he is. Like he's the break the fourth wall, so he could kind of exist wherever he wants. So I think both things can be true. The Ah man, what's this actress? Now it's just bothering me, bro, because she's really good. I just don't remember what she's in. Say right now. Oh, that'd be hard. Hold on, man. Yeah, that. Hold on, 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 hold on. Damn, I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Cynthia Erivo. She wants to play Storm. That's what Ryan Reynolds wants, who's pushing for it, for her to play Storm. I think she should play motherfucking Storm. Like, cause I think like with Deadpool and with Deadpool and the way that they can make those movies, it could be its own thing. They can make like a multiverse X-Force film, and she could be casted as Storm and whatever. And then in the MCU, because they're, obviously the MCU, the X-Men are going to be younger set of characters. You get what I'm saying? And then people say, no, she should play Storm. They should do. Nah, I think they can't. Both things would be true. They could cast like the MCU Storm, and then they could still have another Storm and use it in the Deadpool, where you could still have Hugh Jackman and have John Berthol's Cable, and you know what I'm saying? Come on, some, like, now at this point you don't gotta, everything doesn't have to be streamlined. You could have its own, especially a character like Deadpool that he breaks the fourth wall and goes from one thing to another. I think both things could be true. But they gotta do that justice. Nah, they gotta do that justice. I think she's an amazing actress. Like, so I think she'll do great. Damn, a lot of people. Shit. I don't know. There's a lot of people that can play Storm. But whoever, man, I just trust Ryan Coogler. I know he gonna make a crazy decision. I think that'd be dope. I think it'll be so dope.